been trying to manifest your SP and you're seeing SP stories everywhere because whatever you focus on expands, and you're in the verge of almost breakdown, meaning that you have tried everything. You have tried robotic affirming, you have tried visualization, maybe you have even succeeded or had autocall behavior, or literally you have never succeeded in manifesting a specific person. And now you have created this entire belief that indeed either you can't, or manifestation doesn't work, or simply manifesting a specific person is too difficult for you. And when I mean specific person, yes, this can be related to an ex relationship or an ex person, an ex, or it could be a romantic, but it doesn't have to. It could be any specific person. So with that being said, I know I just released the video about how to manifest connection with the specific person and a text message and the spell, but by the time that I basically was recording that video, I have a success story that really caught my eyes from one of my clients that I wanted to share with you all, because it goes deeper than just the success story of manifesting a specific person, but it just shows you how you create your own rules. And if nothing works, it's because nothing is meant for you. And in today's video, we're going to find out what is truly meant for you and what works for you, because you're always manifesting whether you want it or not. You just have to find your own way that works best, so you're good to go, because experience at the end of the day teaches and nothing more. So let's start with the success story, and then let's break down what she did and what I will advise you to do as well. Hello everybody, my name is Nia, and on this channel I talk everything about manifestation and esotericism. If you want to know more and have extra weekly content, which includes esoteric topics, more in-depth topic about manifestation, challenges, a chat dedicated to one another where you can meet like-minded people, you can chat with me. Patreon is the community that is there for you. The link is down below. Of course, my services are also down below. And remember that if you want to help yourself out, and especially help your mental diet, because mental diet and whatever you focus upon is key when it comes down to manifestation. I do it in a way where I do like very fast meditations and hypnosis, because those are my favorite personal techniques. And I found those on my favorite app, Aura. If you guys want to know more about this app, it's like a Spotify for well-being. It enhanced my capacity to manifest, because like I said, I can pop on the app and just put like a 3-minute meditation, off I go. I am back on track with my mental diet, and then I go and I affirm or do whatever technique of choice. But it's got so much more than that, including life coaches and therapists and affirmation tapes and binaural beats and more. But again, if you want to discover the app, just go to your Apple Store or your Google Store through my affiliate link down below, so you can have a free trial and a 40% discount in case you decide to go premium. So thank you, Aura, again, for always being here in my videos. And now let's get started in today's video. Yes, it's an affiliate link in case it wasn't clear already. But anyway, let's go to the video. Okay, you guys, with all of that intro out of the way, because it's getting longer and longer each day. I need to affirm that it's getting shorter and shorter each day. Let's talk about the success story of my clients. Usually I do not share, obviously I have permission to share this success story, as I wanted to make a point for today's video. And usually I do not share a lot of success stories, because either they're very similar to one another, without no offense. I mean, I affirmed and then my SP manifested. I affirmed and then I got the money. And I mean, there are already plenty of stories like this in this community and on YouTube, and they're great and they're inspirational, but I tend to share them when they have something unique about them that can open up your mind and can shift your consciousness, since it's what we're doing on this channel lately, is just shift our consciousness to the realization that there isn't just one way to manifest. So there are infinite ways, and you create the rules, because my ultimate goals for you guys is to find your own personal way of manifesting, since it's what you have been doing all the way along without even realizing. And I think that there is so much power in finding your own personal way than me just sharing techniques and maybe they're not going to work for you. I mean, I do it. I do spells, I do magic, I do all of that, but there is more power when you have a personal realization and when you have a video that really shifts your consciousness, and then you feel changed. Because when you feel changed from within, when your perspective shifts, your reality by law has to change. And that's where I see the real power in bringing these messages forward. So this story of my client, it was really a pleasure. If you're watching this video, it was really a pleasure to work with her, because she was one of those people that you will love as clients. Like, they're determined to make it happen. They are determined to figure it out their own personal way, and they follow the advice without impatience, but just being in the process, and they recontact you only when they might have some doubts or they need clarification or further motivation, without though doubting too much the process. It's like, the perfect client, I swear. So obviously when you see people like that, you know that at some point they're going to be successful, because they're just setting themselves up for success in the way they present themselves and in the way they deal with the law. So in case you have no money to do coaching, but you are doing all of these things, you are already on the right track. And if you are going to approach coaching with anyone, not just me, bring this attitude to the table, because you're going to help out your coach a lot more, but you're going to help yourself by having that positive attitude, and that attitude of, yes, we're going to do it. I'm not going to be impatient. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to internalize the work, and I'm going to find my own way, taking in consideration what you've said and your guidance. Right? So this my client wanted to manifest a specific person, and she had a bit of trauma and wounds, as we all do, really, without getting too much into the story. But she told me this very thing, that she has never been successful in manifesting a specific person. It was just like never happened, always problematic. And this coaching was the last straw. She said, I'm going to try it for the last time and see if it works. Otherwise, I'm open to manifest anyone else, or just to do other things, because it means that then something is not working. And I obviously gladly took the challenge, and I said, let's do it. Let's do it for real. This is my perspective. Try to apply it. And we went through a couple of techniques and a couple of things with the emphasis on try to take what I say and take only what resonates, so you can find your own way. And then by dialoguing, by discussing, this is what works for me, this is what doesn't work for me, we found a personal way that then eventually was successful. So let me read with her own words the story. Hi, Naya, hope you're doing well. Moving forward, so I spent the last few weeks working on myself and my faith in the law. Amazing. We're gonna comment in just a second. I spend time doing shit I love, and I taking care of my mental and physical health. Awesome. Just because I wanted to. We're going to comment on everything. I also continue with my soft affirming, but I also stopped. And we're going to make a point on soft affirmation in just a second. Here's when something interesting happened. I was manifesting SP when things started to go badly. And when it ended, I was so mad, and I just needed to heal, because this SP brutally ended things with her. I remember when she was feeling so sad, she was like, I don't understand. I thought things were going super well, and he ended it so abruptly, and I don't know what to do. So that was the circumstance, not that it matters. So I stopped all forms of manifestation with SP because I was done. But once in a while, he would crop in my mind, and I will soft affirm again, like, I'm thinking of him now because he's thinking of me. So every single time, she will naturally have the thought about SP or a recurring thought about him, she will soft affirm. So very lightheartedly. Randomly last week, I felt sad again, oddly, and I affirmed the above. The same night he got in contact with me, I thought he had ghosted me, but turns out he just lost contact. We just lost contact. It's a long story. I don't want to bore you. Good, because the circumstances don't really matter. What is important is that he's reach out again. And I mean, I remember, she revised this subconsciously, because I remember when she texted me that he ended it abruptly, it was pretty bad. But then the situation, because she soft affirmed everything, had to change, where he came back and they talked, etc. And they realized that, no, actually, they still like each other, and it was just a loss of contact and nothing more. It was never that important, because she released excess potential. Let's go. We've been back in touch, and I got all my feelings off my chest. It's been great moment for me because it's my first ever SP manifestation. So this really helped my faith, and I want to try manifesting another SP again because now she knows that she can. And I want to thank you for everything. And then the message continues. So great. Let's analyze exactly what she did. Yes, initially, as I do for all my clients, and this is not a sponsorship to my coaching. You can take coachings with anyone you like. You don't need to take coaching. I just want to make a point. So yes, of course, at the beginning, I don't know you very well. So I will present you with what has worked for me, as everything that I say comes from my personal experience. And I will present you with my formula and the things that I roughly advise you according to the little story that you have told me, initially. But then as we go and as we talk, we personalize this formula for you more and more and more, or you personalize it for yourself more and more and more. So what she has noticed that the more she was forcing things, the more she was doing robotic affirming, the more she was getting obsessed from it. That technique, all of that world just didn't resonate with her, because she needed to take the time to think about herself and prioritize herself, because in her particular case, I think that she didn't have correspondences in love, like people that reciprocated her, because she was never giving herself love and prioritization. And by doing that, and in fact, she's stating, I spend time just doing the shit I love and taking care of my mental and physical health. And this is the first SP success story, because I think this is the first time where she let go for a second of the control and she said, no, I come first. Now, I'm not going to go into details of her childhood trauma or anything like that. So trust me when I'm saying that this was the right path for her. Prioritization. And just let go of the fact that she has to always be there for others instead of being there for herself. Not only that, but by letting go and thinking and prioritizing on herself, she triggered that subconscious trauma to heal. Not that you have to heal necessarily, but it's that change in perspective, it's that change in consciousness that allows you to manifest a different reality, or quantum jump you in a different reality. So by doing that, she took off the SP from the pedestal, which we all know is very important. She released the resistance. She triggered the subconscious mind to believe that indeed she wasn't believing in the old story anymore, that she needed to prioritize others before herself. And she lightheartedly, in this way, just by doing things that she loved, step into the right state of the person that already had message or contact from SP, and just in general change her self-concept by not even affirming, just by doing an action that made her feel good. That is how easy and fast it is. Now, I'm gonna get to you in just a second. So she goes on and do that, and then when she thinks naturally about SP, she goes on and affirm in a soft way, because she is a very soft person. She's very loving and kind, and the way that she writes is very soft and ethereal and loving. So of course, soft affirming is the right path for her. And this is why this is her first SP manifestation success. The reason why she was successful, it's not because soft affirming is the key to manifestation, or because healing or self-concept is the key. The key is she opened the door to be authentically herself. And within the process of finding who she is, she found her old self-expression in terms of conscious manifestation. If you are a person that energetically is very warm and kind and loving and soft, like think about divine feminine, like just softness, then yes, soft affirming and the approach that my client took is the right path for you. If you are like me and you're full of passion and your voice is a little bit louder and you get super excited about things and you overthink and you always want to make a plan and off you go, let's do it, robotic affirming, it's for you, because you're an overthinker and you constantly make up thousands of plans before you can even take actions. And so you need your mind to regulate the anxiety and regulate that and just go on and repeat on a loop the affirmation. And not only that, you won't get in a burnout because your level of energy, it is so high that it's very difficult. You're going to get in a burnout. But if I would give the same technique that I use for myself, for my client, even though that's where we start, but I wouldn't didn't listen to her at all, then she would get in a burnout. It is too strong for her to manifest in this way. So long story short of this video, yes, you can manifest your specific person. You can manifest whatever it is that you want, but you have to first and foremost understand the fundamental pillar of the law. Everything that you assume has to be reflected to you in your external reality, your subconscious belief. Everything that you put on a pedestal switches you back to a state of lack. So you gotta reduce that importance of getting the manifestation, whatever manifestation that is. In this case, it was SP. And you have to do things your own way. You have to do things your own way. So what is it that works for you? You are already manifesting. You are already manifesting. Think about an episode in your life where something incredibly beautiful has happened. What were you thinking before that? How you were behaving before that? And what actions did you took at the very least? Try to ask yourself, every time that something beautiful happens into my life, what state of consciousness I am in? What sort of beliefs do I have? Is it effortless? Is it when I put pressure? Is it when I put effort? Is it when I let go? Is it when I'm more natural? Is it when I'm more soft? If you cannot afford coaching or anything like that, try to do this internal work within yourself where you ask yourself the right questions. My advice would be to take a journal and to write down all these questions so you can day by day answering them. And I promise you guys that if you will follow your natural rhythm, taking into consideration the fundamental pillars of the law, assumption creates reality, excess potentials creates opposite manifestation. So you gotta lower it down and finding your own way, you will get it. You will get it. All right, you guys. So if you've been struggling with every technique out on the world, when it comes down to manifesting a specific person, maybe my client success story can inspire you that there is a better way of doing things, and it's just your own unique way. I love you guys, and I hope this video resonated with you and especially made sense. Let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you also on Patreon, on my other channel for readings, and on coachings, and so much more. I love you guys. Share, like, and subscribe, and see you very soon. Bye.